Sam Wakolo. I work with Anglican Development Services Western Region, and here I'm talking about the issue of regenerative agriculture, tunaita kilimo endelevu, and how it links with the climate change. When we are promoting regenerative agriculture and working with farmers through this model of farmer field school, we are focusing on helping farmers and the community get knowledge on how they can manage their land, how they can manage the water resources, how they can manage the farm inputs in a regenerative way or in a circular way. And while doing this, we also look at the varieties that farmers are planting, and we focus more on the varieties that are drought tolerant and that are hardy. For example, when you look in this field, the work the FFS is doing here, you are able to see the values that are here, that one, the nutritious value chains. You look at the local vegetables, you look at the soya beans, you look at the sweet potatoes, you look at the fodder crops behind me. All these are nutritious crops. And they're nutritious in two aspects. One, to the soil in terms of supporting regaining back the soil fertility, the lost carbon. At the same time, they are nutritious to the households in terms of edibility. So that when you talk about the sweet potato, why is a key crop or a value chain in regenerative agriculture? One is that sweet potato can do well with less water. It can provide a cover for itself, so it's able to retain moisture. So even when we don't have rain, a farmer can still be able to produce sweet potato. At the same time, it's providing cover to the soil, so there's less loss of nutrients from solarization. So at the same time, again, the farmer can get now the tuber. And here we are promoting orange flesh and the other high value, the dense roots. And so it becomes a climate smart crop. The other crop we are promoting as ADS Western in relation to climate change, we talk about the soya beans. Soya beans helps in terms of regaining back the soil fertility through nitrogen fixation. At the same time is among the very few plant proteins. So a household can be able to utilize soya in terms of crunchies, in terms of roasted soya. At the same time is a key crop in animal feeds. And so when we talk about regenerative agriculture, then we can separate from the climate smart agriculture. The two must run together, and a farmer must be supported. The county government or the school must support the community in terms of selecting the best crops, the best varieties that are able to support the farmer. When we are able to feed the soil well, then the soil is able to feed as well through the health crops. And as we do this project, as we look at the aspect of regenerative agriculture, we can't leave out the aspect of addressing malnutrition. And so within our targets, in terms of whom do we working with, where do we want to go, we're also focusing on the issue of children under 5, the issue of women of reproductive age, and that's able to be brought together in terms of having a wholesome intervention. So when you look at the work we are doing here in this field, you see integration of both crops and livestock. Livestock in terms of it providing the manure, the organic fertilizer that comes back to the soil, and the crops in terms of providing fodder to the livestock. So in RA, we also look at the integration between the crops, between the livestock in a circular way. And by doing that again, the aspect of soil and water can't be left out. So what we are doing as ADSW together with SNV is an aspect of doing what we are calling a wholesome integration. We address the issue of soil fertility, the issue of climate change, the issue of food security. So in this approach, in summary, I will say we are implementing a food system approach where we don't work alone, but we bring on board all the stakeholders to address the gaps we have. And my call now to the governments and the line ministries, for us to be able to scale this one up, we must get it into our policies. We must legislate this one. So that is among the key agriculture sector policy within the counties, and then now it becomes easier even for counties to invest in this one, to scale out. So it's our call to all the county governments in Western Kenya and beyond that we are able to cascade this and be able to domesticate it within our policies, see how it comes in so that we are able to scale out. We are able to reach out to a wider audience and able even to attract support from outside to support the entire process.